What's up? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. I am EDUKADO by Sir Arnold Ryan Mercado. And this time we're going to discuss another topic in understanding culture, society, and politics. This is our lesson 4 in UCSP, Understanding Culture, Society, Politics. Take a look at the first picture. So meron tayo ditong puso na nakalagay ay luma plus ano ba to? Gumagalaw na tao. So ano kaya ang ibig sabihin niyan? Who wants to try? If you can guess it, and if your answer is lumang tao, posible naman. Kung ang sagot mo naman ay sinaunang tao, it's much better. Now, let's discuss early hominins. So, ano ba tong hominins na to? Kasi last time we discussed about society. Ngayon, pag-usapan natin yung origin ng society. Paano to nagsimula? Kung ikaw kaya, suppose you are one of the early hominins or hominids during the prehistoric times. Pick 3 boxes that you think you will help you in surviving your everyday living. So, ito yung mga choices natin. So, meron tayo ditong apoy, bato, kahoy, banga, at buto ng hayop. So, ano kaya ang pipiliin mo upang ikaw ay makasurvive sa society ginagalawa mo if you are an early hominin? So, lahat naman yung pwedeng piliin. Pero kung ako ang tatanungin, I will choose among the 3 are the following. I will choose bato, then also buto ng hayop, at banga. Bakit? Kasi yung bato, pag pinagkuskus ko yung mga bato, I can produce the apoy. So, no need na sa apoy. Then also yung banga naman ay magiging sisidla ng aking inumin at pwede rin naman taguan ng aking pagkain. Yung buto ng hayop naman ay maaari kong gamitin upang pandepensa at maaari po akong gumawa ng bahay mula sa bato, pagpatong-patungin ko lamang to at lagyan ko ng bakod na yari sa buto ng hayop. Yun ang yung aking perspektibo. So let's go move on with this simple activity. Now, who's your daddy, people? Come on, who's your daddy? So, ano ba talagang pinagmulan natin? Sino nga ba ang ating mga ninuno? Let's talk about bipedalism. Actually, from the word bi means 2, pedal means walk. So, 2 feet. Bipedalism is a form of terrestrial locomotion where an organism moves by means of its 2 rear limbs. It can be an animal or machine. Pero kasi, ang bipedal manner ay kadalasang 2 feet. So, ang mga bipedal movements are walking, running, or hopping. Iyan ang kadalasang characteristic ng mga bipedalism organisms. Few modern species are habitual bipeds whose normal method of locomotion is 2-legged. Sample niya na yung mga mammals, macropods, macropods naman, sila naman yung mga hindi naman bipedalism. Another is yung crocodiles, hindi po sila part ng sinasabi nating mga organisms or species na bahagi ng sinasabi nating bipedalism. Let's talk about Australopithecus. Ayusin natin itong ating Actually, ang Australopithecus is a hominin. Usually, it is the earliest among the hominin genus. Siya yung pinakaluma, pinakasinauna. And, meron po itong upright bipedal locomotion. Ang Australopithecus pelvis appears to be transitional between one suited for arboreal climbing. Therefore, lagi lamang itong ginagamit niya para umakyat sa mga puno and modified of bipedalism. Upright 2-legged locomotion ang ginagamit niya. I think I have here the picture from Kenya. Yan ay isang example ng organism nung unang panahon na nagpapakita ng upright bipedal locomotion na kung saan ginagamit niya yung kanyang paa para mag-climb ng mga puno, pero pag siya ay nasa lupa, ginagamit niya yung dalawang kamay niya at dalawang paa niya na talagang tumatakbo siya. So, hindi siya nag-i-stand. By the way, these are pictures from museums. Therefore, it's a wax figure na lang. Ayan ang isang halimbawa, yung Ethiopian paleontologist discovers Lucy's baby. Isang halimbawa doon ng Ardipithecus. Actually, marami nangyari. September 20, 2006, the world's oldest known child has been discovered in East Africa at tinawag itong Cradle of Humanity. And 3.3 million years old na fossilized toddler ang na-discover doon sa Great Rift Valley nila. The skeletons belonging to the primitive human species Australopithecus afarensis. Remarkable for its age and completeness. Lahat yan ay na-discover. At ang pinakaunang babaeng skeleton na na-discover nila ay si Lucy na 3.2 million years old noong 1974. Actually, accidentally lang naman ang pagkaka-discover sa kanya, and accident lang din naman na pangalan sa kanya ang Lucy. It was named after a Beatles song. Now, let's go with the brains, skulls, and childhood dependency. Australopithecus afarensis is a bipedal hominin that lived more than 3 million years ago. Meron po siyang cranial capacity na 430 cubic centimeters. So, yung cranial capacity, yung kanyang brain size, that barely surpassed the chimp average of 390 cubic centimeters. Yung kanyang skull is like a chimpanzee. Although the brain to body size ratio may have been larger, brain size has increased during hominin evolution, especially with the advent of the genus HOMO. Sila yung mga una nating mga ninuno. Medyo itong topic na to, it supports the theory of evolution ni Charles Darwin. Ayan ay isang halimbawa ng Australopithecus afarensis. Siyempre, marami po yan talaga sa Africa. Bakit afarensis? Africa. Australopithecus, ayan ang kanyang etymology Latin word. Informal Australopithecine or Australopith. Ang kanyang mga paleontological and archaeological evidences appeared in Eastern Africa around 4 million years ago. And nag-spread naman siya, and after 2 million years ago, kumalat ang kanyang lahi sa buong Africa and other continents. During that time, a number of Australopithecine species emerged. Marami na sila. Meron tayong Australopithecus afarensis, meron tayong Australopithecus africanus, Australopithecus anamensis, Australopithecus baregalazi, meron tayong Australopithecus deiremeda, and Australopithecus gari at Australopithecus sediba. Yan yung mga skulls or fossils na discover sa Africa. Ito ay isang halimbawa ng figure na made of waxes na yan yung paraan ng pamumuhay ng mga sinaunang tao noon. Ano ba ang klaseng tools na meron sila? Usually, those great apes is made of stones ang kanilang tools. Upright bipedalism would have permitted the use of tools and weapons against predators and competitors. So, pangtanggol sa sarili, especially for the carnivores na kumakain ng mga meat, ginagamit nila yan para sila ay maprotektahan sa kanilang mga nasa paligid. Ang kanilang teeth ay isang halimbawa din ng kanilang tool, kasi ang kanilang teeth during that time was big back teeth, na kung saan yung harapan talaga ng teeth nila malalaki, sobrang laki ng kanilang mga ngipin. Yan. Ayan po isang halimbawa. Lagi po nakausli yung kanilang upper part ng kanilang ngipin. Now, let's take a look at the difference between the two. Ito na po yung sinasabi natin last time. Ano ba ang pagkakaiba ng homonid sa hominin? Ang homonid kasi ay group consisting of all modern extinct great apes. That is the modern humans, chimpanzees, gorillas, and orangutans, plus all their immediate ancestors. Hominin naman is the group consisting of modern humans extinct human species and all our immediate ancestors, including the members of genera Homo, Australopithecus, Paranthropus, and Ardipithecus. Therefore, ay malino na. Nilinaw naman kasi ito sa Theory of Evolution ni Charles Darwin na hominin dapat ang ating pinanggalingan. Tayo mga tao, hominin. Kasi lahat ng mga orangutan, chimpanzee, at mga monkeys, ang kanilang lahi naman ay originated from hominid. So, that's the difference between the two, hominin talaga sa mga tao. So, therefore, ang Theory of Evolution supports the hominin theory. Now, let's go with the chronology of hominin evolution. Paano nga ba nag-evolve ang tao o lahi ng mga tao? Ayan, hominin po yan Hominin refers to the taxonomic family that includes humans and the African apes and their immediate ancestors. According to the research, eto daw, research po ito Earth originates at midnight. The earliest fossils were deposited at 5:45 a.m. The first vertebrates appeared at 9:02 p.m. The earliest mammal at 10:45 p.m. The earliest primates at 11:43 p.m. The earliest hominins at 11:57 p.m. and Homo sapiens arrives 36 seconds before midnight. That's according to the book of Paul Pope 1999, page 10. Na kung saan, etong librong to ay kumukontra sa theory of creation or creationism. Kinokontra niya yung teorya ng pagkakalalang ng Diyos sa atin. Kasi, according to this, may oras daw na nang biglang lumabas ang mga nasabing organisms. Unlike in creationism, sa unang araw, nilikha ng Diyos hanggang sa ika-6 na araw at pagdating ng ika-7 araw, ay siya ay nagpahinga. Dito, meron siyang specific time. Who were the earliest hominins? Let's talk about Sahelanthropus tchadensis. Sahelanthropus tchadensis is a kind of ancestor natin from Central Africa, especially in the Chad-Jurab Desert. 6 to 7 million year old skull ang nakita rito. Tinagurian din siyang oldest possible human ancestor, if ever. Then, dito, meron po siyang skull, nearly complete skull, 2 lower jaw fragments, and 3 teeth. It dates to the time period where humans and chimps would have been diverging from a common ancestor. It takes us into another form of creatures that include the common ancestors. Ito ba yung picture ni Sahelanthropus tchadensis? Ayan. So, kayo na mag-judge kung tayo ba'y galing dyan. Sahelanthropus tchadensis, an extinct hominin species and probably the ancestors to Orrorin, that is dated 7 million years ago and close to the time of chimpanzee-human. Ayan, So, mala chimpanzee na human. Divergence. Yan, yun yung kanyang skull na na-discover doon sa desert ng Africa. Another is yung Orrorin tugenensis. Yung Orrorin tugenensis, way back January 2001, na-report po ang discovery nito sa may Kenya. Sa may Africa pa rin po yun, na kung saan consisted of 13 fossils from at least 5 individuals. The fossils include pieces of jaw with teeth, isolated upper and lower teeth, arm bones, and a finger bone. Orrorin appears to have been a chimp-sized creature that climbed easily and walked with legs on the ground. Ito po ang kanyang picture. Ayan. Sa Orrorin upper incisors, upper canine, and lower premolar are more like the teeth of a female chimpanzee that like human teeth. Ito po yung picture niya. Yan. So, kung titignan po natin, medyo maliit ang ating teeth. Then, malaki yung ating mga mata, if ever. Those are the discoveries na nakita. Yan yung nakitang parts sa katawan ng nakitang fossils. Let's go with Ardipithecus. The Ardipithecus pelvis appears to be transitional between one suited for arboreal climbing and one modified for bipedal locomotion. na kung saan the pelvis of later hominins such as Lucy shows nearly all the adaptations needed for full bipedalism. Although, etong part na to ay talagang gumagapang talaga siya sa mga halaman, ang Ardipithecus ay laging naninirahan sa isang woodland habitat. More than 145 teeth ang na-collect dito. Their size, shape, and wear patterns suggest an omnivorous diet of plants. So, omnivorous means kumakain siya ng karne, kumakain din siya ng plants. Ito yung picture niyan. Yan po yung picture niya kanina. Another is yung Sahelanthropus platyops. Sa Sahelanthropus platyops, kung tingnan yung picture, is a holotype. Ayan. Cranium KNM-W4000. Etymology niya, flatus. Flat means flat dito sa may upper, sa may tapat ng mata, pababa, pero maumbok sa kanyang bibig. Complicating the picture is another discovery na kung saan tinawag siyang Sahelanthropus platyops, Kenya, sa may Africa pa rin yan. This 1999 fossil find of a nearly complete skull and partial jawbone. Ayan, medyo kompleto na ang kanyang parts. Sahelanthropus has a flattened face and small molars that are strikingly different from those of afarensis. Ayun ang pagkakaiba niyan. Now let's go with varied Australopithecines. Sa Australopithecines naman, from the word Australo, galing siya sa Australia. Ayan ang mga sample pictures ng mga Australopithecines. Ito ang kanyang 6 species batay sa kanyang appearance. Meron tayong Australopithecus anamensis, Australopithecus afarensis, Australopithecus africanus, Australopithecus gari, Australopithecus robustus, and Australopithecus boisei. Let's talk with anamensis. Ang Australopithecus anamensis is a stem human species that lived approximately 4 million years ago from Kenya and Ethiopia, representing over 20 individuals. Ito po yung kanyang picture. Ayan. Next. Australopithecus afarensis naman is slenderly built like the younger Australopithecus africanus. Afarensis is thought to be more closely related to the genus HOMO. The most famous fossil is the partial skeleton named Lucy. Ayan. Lucy, na-highlight yan kasi, sabi ko nga kanina, siya yung unang babaeng fossil and common name niya talaga is AL288-1 and representing 40% of the skeleton of a female of the hominin species Australopithecus afarensis. And Lucy's specimen is an early Australopithecine dated 3.2 million years ago. Lucy acquired her name from the song Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds by the Beatles. Lucy became famous worldwide and the story of her discovery and reconstruction was published in a book by Johansson. In 2007, the fossil assembly and associated artifacts were exhibited publicly in an extended 6-year tour of the United States. The exhibition was called Lucy's Legacy, the Hidden Treasures of Ethiopia. So, dinravel-travel siya para pakita ng mga tao. But, in the year 2013, binalik na siya kasi nga po nasisira na yung kanyang fossils. Ayan. Ayan pa. Lucy at her best. Yan, yung kanyang anak. Sabi rin po, meron daw po siyang anak, yung toddler na nga na nakitang skeletons. Robust Australopithecines naman, or tinatawag din siyang Paranthropus, is a genus of extinct homonins, also known as robust Australopithecines. They were bipedal homonins that probably descended from the gracile Australopithecine. Medyo malapit siya sa modern gorilla. Ayan. Ayan po ang itsura ng robust. Ayan pa. Sa gracile naman, indicates that the members of Africanus, Australopithecus africanus were smaller and slighter, less robust than were members of Australopithecus robustus. Now, ito yung medyo familiar tayo, yung Homo erectus, meaning upright man. Actually, simple lang naman ang explanation dyan. Sila yung mga tao na nakakatayo ng tuwid nung unang panahon. Earliest fossil found in 1.9 million years ago, in Africa pa rin. And may recent tayong discovery na parang 70,000 years ago daw na buhay nung nakaraan. Yan. Ito ang kanyang mga pictures. It can stand straight daw according to the archaeologist. Let's go with Homo habilis naman, or handyman, or tinatawag ding able man, na kung saan 2.8 to 1.5 million years ago ang pagkakadiscover sa kanila. A team led by the scientists Louis and Meryl Lickey uncovered the fossilized remains during the time frame of 1960s to 1963. Ayan po. Usually ang kanilang mga, kaya po sila tinawag na handyman and or able man kasi kadalasan talaga gumagamit sila ng mga materials nila para sa kanilang paggamit ng kasangkapan or tools or weapons. Homo. Ang Homo sapiens naman or taong nag-iisip daw. Siyempre, siya yung pinakamatalino daw sa lahat. And meron siyang variety kasi original talaga, ang Homo sapiens ay galing sa Australopithecus robustus, and dumaan din siya sa pagiging Homo habilis, Homo erectus, then Homo sapien neanderthalensis, and ang pinakahuli niya ay ang Homo sapiens sapiens. Meron tayong tools, ang OLDOWAN tools, o sometimes spelled as OLDOWAN, na nakita rin to sa prehistoric time na yari sa bato ng mga kasangkapan or stone tools. OLDOWAN tools were used during the lower Paleolithic period from 2.6 million years ago to 1.7 million years ago. Maraming nakita sa Africa, South Asia, and Middle East, pati sa Europe. OLDOWAN pebble tools represent the world's oldest formally recognized stone tools. Core tools are not the most common OLDOWAN tools. Flakes are. The purpose of flaking stone in the OLDOWAN tradition was not to create pebble tools or choppers, but to create the sharp stone flakes that made the mainstay of OLDOWAN toolkit. So, panghasa. Ginagamit siyang panghasa sa mga tools. Now, let me leave you a simple quote of the day. Since tapos natin yung topic na yon na homonins, ang origin ng ating mga society, wag po kayong matakot kung ano man ang pinagmulan natin. Always remember this: if you are lucky enough to be different, don't ever change. Kasi, swerte natin ngayon sa panahon na to. Mahirap makahanap. At mahirap mabuhay noon. Maswerte ka ngayon. Then, be different in your own ways. You want a copy of this PowerPoint? Send a message through my email account. Like my Facebook page, I am EDUKADO, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your listening. This is Sir Arnold Ryan Mercado. I am EDUKADO. Lesson 4 in Understanding Culture, Society, and Politics. Goodbye.